What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start this show by being transparent. Yesterday I ended up splitting the NBA two and two, and I did have a loser in college basketball. So 2-3 overall was not profitable. See if we can do better here today. Vino, it is good to be back with you. Hopefully, your Monday was a little better than mine.
We had a 3-2 yesterday, and the biggest play was the NFL. We talked about it here on the show. Atlanta Rams over 48 and a half. It did get there. So we'll take that. NBA, Milwaukee was a correct side. I think we used that as the best bet on the show yesterday. However, Orlando got caught at the end, which cost me. And I had a totals play, one of the three totals plays that didn't get over. I forget which one now, but I lost two NBA games, won one, and then won a college hoop game with Oklahoma State team total over. So 3-2, profitable Monday. Look forward to today's card.
All right, let's get to it. We have four games in the association. The first one looks like Philly and Memphis opened up -1 for the Grizzlies. Looks like flipped. Philly is now -1. Total has gone up slightly from 233 to 234. And let's refresh the injuries. But I mean, I do see Embiid, yeah, still questionable. Oubre and Watford are out. For Memphis, Jock Landale is questionable. The rest of these guys, I mean, the laundry list: KCP, Brandon Clark, Zach Edey, Ty Jerome, Pippen, Williams. I mean, a whole lot missing for this Grizzlies team. And I think especially like, the bigs kind of missing a lot there. Um, I would think that there should be some opportunities for offensive rebounds and second chance points for the Sixers team. I mean, the Sixers roll this year, roll favorite. I believe they're 5-1 ATS. The Grizzlies as a home dog. I'm going to double check this actually. I want to say they were 1-5, but as I say that out loud, I'm like, if I'm mixing something up here. So no, they're 1-5 as a home underdog. I kind of just see this game just like that. Sixers off of a beatdown from the Thunder. I think that they come out here and play a much better game versus the Grizzlies. So I'm looking towards the Sixers in this one, Vino. Can you talk me off?
Well, I'm not going to talk you off those two technical trends when one side's 5-1 in one role and the other side's 1-5 in the role. Certainly, you want to play the 5-1 side, which is the Sixers. I too like the Sixers, Skee, just in a different capacity. I think it's a good offensive bounce back game for them. You mentioned some missing Memphis bigs. Philly's been held down. Oklahoma City obviously was in a get right spot the other night. Philly never had a chance. But I think against this Memphis defense, which is more than capable of giving up 118, which is what we need to win this total price here, I think they're more than capable of that with what they have out there. With the pace that Memphis is going to go at, no matter who they have on the floor, because they do have they do have Jaren Jackson Jr. on the floor here. So I think it'll be probably a little bit of a high octane game. And I'll say this just from a philosophical standpoint when betting. I think I said it last week. These weeks that lead to holidays, these weeks that lead to the All-Star game, defense for the most part just goes out the window. Last night, Skee, an 11-game board, 8 overs and only 3 unders. Nobody playing a lot of defense at this point in time. So I think I like Philly team total up and over 117.5.
All right, so I'm liking the side. You're liking a little bit more of the team total. I can see both getting there tonight. We'll go down to Celtics and Jazz. For this one, opened up 8, looks like 8 or 8.5. Total went up slightly from 240.5 to 242.5. Boucher and Tatum are out. Keontae George, questionable. Ace Bailey, Kevin Love out for Utah. Um, George is a big deal with that question mark right there. I don't really view the Celtics as this 8.5 point road favorite team. I feel like the Jazz have been good at home as a home dog. Number just feels super inflated to me. It, I don't know. This one is making me wreck my brain a little bit here, Rob. Any feeling for you on Celtics and Jazz?
Yeah, now, and again, I'll preface it by saying I haven't played yet, but of course, the way my mind works this week, I'm looking at any possible way to play a total that I can get to the window with. Here, I'm with you in the fact that I think 8.5 with Boston is risky on the road. But knowing what we know about Jazz home games and the way everybody scores, if you wanted to trust Boston again, I would trust them in a team total capacity. Utah to give up 130 at home is not a big deal. They'll score 130, but they'll give it up too. We've seen their team totals fly over all season long. Here, the number is 125.5. I mean, that would be the way I'd look. Again, I didn't bet it. I'm leery of betting it, but I can't really see another way to bet this game. I don't really want any part of the Utah side. So for me, it would probably be Boston team total over or nothing.
All right, I'm going to move down the list to the Lakers and Pistons. This one did open up as a 3.5. Or I'm sorry, that's my mistake. It opened up Lakers minus 1.5. It's now Pistons minus 2.5. Total went up from 231 to 233. I'm seeing right now. And just taking a look at the injury report, I do know Austin Reeves and Rui also gave Vincent all out. You have Karis LeVert doubtful for that Pistons team. Um, After JJ, has some things to say in his post game interview about his team's performance. They go out there and play a solid game, win by margin. Is it going to be a one off or are they going to continue? I mean, I know JJ's not satisfied, but he's not the player. He's not the one stepping on the court and playing. So I would like to think that the Lakers still play motivated, but Pistons, I trust them more defensively. And I don't know. This game just makes me feel a little bit nervous from a side perspective. I do like LeBron over his points tonight. Without Reeves in the lineup, he's been scoring pretty well. A lot more scoring load is on his shoulders without those guys, and he usually plays well on his birthday. So I like LeBron to score tonight. What do you like here in this one, Vino?
It's interesting because you could see motivation on each side. For the Pistons, it's the final game of a 5 game road trip. They're 2-2 on this road trip. All teams like to have successful win percentage road trips. So for Pistons, this is the make or break game. You can go 3-2 on the road, or you can go 2-3. I think they'll play hard. They play hard every night. They're good on the boards. For the Lakers, yeah, JJ Redick did what he did. Warning the Lakers that Saturday's practice is going to be, pretty tough after he had gotten done slamming them at the podium. And they went out and beat the Kings. That's the only problem I have with that win is it was the Kings. I would have loved to see it against a better team, but you almost expected that the Lakers in that spot would slaughter Sacramento, which they did. Pistons in here off 2 straight losses, right? Lose by 2 to Utah, come back and get beat in the next game by the Clippers, who are playing better now. I see a lot of motivation on that side too, and a point spread that I think I could get to with Detroit. Lakers kind of 50-50 as a home dog this year. I think I saw 2-3 ATS so far this year. So there's nothing really there to fade or play. I didn't play the game. I think I would lean Pistons, but I'm just not sure enough to make that bet because if LA is, again, revitalized, re-energized, however you want to put it, they could definitely win the game. The absences from the lineup do hurt a little bit for LA. So I think I would look Detroit or nothing at all.
All right, Vino looking towards the Pistons in this one. Yeah, it's tough for me to play on the side. It definitely is. Other props. Somebody mentioned LeBron under his assists. I can see that. I think it's more of a scoring night. And Luca maybe under his assists too. I mean, missing Reeves and Rui, those are two of the guys you kicking into to get those assists. It's gonna be a little tougher here tonight. Um Last game on the slate, Kings and Clippers did open Clippers minus 11.5, down to 10 or 9.5, depending where you shop. Total, big move from 226 as low as 219.5 here, Rob. For the Clippers, you have Collins questionable. There will be no Bogdanovich or Zubac. For the Kings, there will be no Sabonis or Levine, and then you have Keegan Murray questionable. I did think about my first thought was Brooke Lopez has been getting twice his minutes, um, because they don't have bigs without Zubac out there, and his spacing has helped the Clippers offense. But I mean, he's been rebounding the ball. All right, I did glance at his rebounds and assists, just because opportunity is going to be there. I understand he spends a lot of time on the perimeter, et cetera, but he's been hitting it without Zubac. So I'm looking at that. But other than that, it's hard for me to lay with the Clippers. But when I just think about lately, I mean, they have been winning by double digits. They've been playing a lot better, Rob. Covered 4 of the last 5 games. And his Kings team just maybe might not have enough offense to keep up without Levine. Lean Clippers. I can't lay Clippers though. So just a lean. What do you think, Vino?
I'm going to totally agree because I wanted to get the Clippers here. It seems like maybe, you know, the wheelchair's got some new engines in them or something because they've been playing really good as of late. 4 straight wins, all 4 covers, and they weren't against garbage teams. Skee. I mean, those 4 wins come against the Lakers, the Rockets, at Portland, where Portland is a real good home dog. We talk about it all the time, but the Clippers went in there and won by 16 and then beat Detroit by 13. So the quality of competition has been really good, made me want to go and play the Clippers here. But the point spread, again, the great equalizer. Still, there's no real injuries. Like when I first saw this number, I thought, well, Kawhi must be resting. Just scored 55 the other night, but that's not the case here. Unless somebody knows something that we don't know yet. I think for me, it wouldn't be the Kings in this situation, even though they're off a bad loss to the Lakers. I just don't know that the Kings are a team that I can apply my usual bounce back theory to. They're just as capable of getting beat by 20 again. So, when all's said and done, no play on the game, but I would lean Clippers.
Fair enough. That is the NBA slate for today. Quick and easy, Rob. Just a 4 game slate. So, best bedtime. Actually, before we do that, I will toss this up there. We know this is always good. $5 Tuesday. You can go check out Rob Veno's page or my page. I personally don't have mine up yet. I'm debating between tonight's games or an early game for tomorrow. Um, so mine will be up very, very shortly, but I'm sure Rob Veno has his out. Get a top play for just $5. Vino, I'm going to pass it to you on that note. Ask you if there's anything else you'd like to promote. If you have a best bet for the show, we'd love to hear it. If you don't, it's all good.
All right, so $5 Tuesday is the promotion here. Guys, if you like college football, I did just do a free play video on one of the games tomorrow. You can go check that out over at Wager Talk TV. Best bet, I will leave one here, Skee. I think the Sixers definitely go over 117.5 tonight against Memphis. I view this as a bounce back for them. The offense has been a little spotty. I think maybe I'm just justifying it because Oklahoma City was looking for another big win. They got it. Prior to that, fairly decent defense being played by Brooklyn. Philly didn't score here. Memphis just to me isn't going to play any defense. And I'm going to apply my little theory about, these holiday week games where teams just don't care enough. They're more interested in what they're going to do off the court than on the court. So for me, it's going to be the Sixers team total over 117.5.
All right, I'm going to refrain from giving one today, but I'm very close to betting the Sixers on the point spread. So I like Rob Veno's play. We'll just rock with what he has for today. Veno, I always appreciate you taking the time to cap these games with us. Definitely helps everybody's process. We appreciate you all in the chat as well. Great cappers and great people. And, everybody just trying to help each other get to the window. So always want to let you know you're appreciated. We'll be back tomorrow. We should have a much bigger slate. And I will catch you guys then.